I'll wait for you to say you're ready, and that way I can edit it out.
I am ready whenever, as long as this thing loads. Alright.
So, hey guys, this is Larry again, and I have Coach. Why don't you pause it so you can introduce yourself?
Gotcha.
So I have Coach. I don't know how to pronounce your name,
Akunoke.
Akunoke, and why don't you give us a little bit about yourself and why you feel you're qualified to do this replay analysis?
Well, I mean, played the game for a couple years. A good bit. I played a lot of other strategic games. So it comes like when it comes to playstyle and understanding the field positioning and all that stuff feels like a lot easier to come to me just from playing either chess or any other strategic game. It comes down to more logical thinking once you've played those games for a while.
Okay, and all I ask is that you basically try to dumb it down so the average Rocket League player, or even the below average Rocket League player, can understand what they're saying. You think?
Gotcha.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
And what? Why don't you tell them what rank you are?
I sit between C3 and GC1.
Okay, that's great. And I am just a plat 3, diamond 1, so he knows a lot more than we do. And this is 2 low SSLs and 1 GC3 doing no mechanics versus an actual champ 1, all 3 champ 1 games. So I'll let you go ahead.
I'm assuming, right? Fucking whatever it is, the orange team is the SSLs, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Mhm.
Alrighty. I mean, only thing I'm seeing here, like with this, they're playing like that Dorito shape. The best way to explain it is it's the shape of a Dorito, where they're playing that triangle,
Mhm.
and the rotations are going back post. That's like the main thing. I mean, the only thing I would talk about anything is if we're coming back here, sitting in the net, like how he is over here, doesn't do too much. Especially if
Mhm.
they're hitting this back post up here because it's a little bit more difficult to get it. That's something they talk about when you're talking to any like SSL coach. It's a lot easier to carry momentum through this corner on rotation and hit it and stay
Mhm.
on this corner to cover all of net versus just being in the net where he can't cover as much of this right post just because of the way he's angled.
Gotcha. So let's just ideally focus on the good things since they
Yeah, I gotcha.
they all are experienced. But I appreciate that. This is more of a these are good players. How do I copy what they're doing for
Yeah,
my
I
own
gotcha. I
gameplay?
gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, this is one of the sitting
I
in
mean,
nets.
here the
Okay.
spots, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, but here in this spot, like where they're cutting across, they're definitely rotating well. I mean, because the issue is all three of them sitting here. This whole half of the field's
Do you
open.
want me to
So with them
slow
cutting
down the video
across,
or go back? I could slow it
I can
down.
always slow it down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can always slow it down if I
Oh
need
yeah, I
to.
forgot you're the one doing it. Yeah,
But
you can go to
yeah, it's all good. So we can slow it down a little bit. 6-5. Just watching like how they rotate.
Yeah, and if you want to like make pause it at the good points, like what I'm thinking in my head is, what are they doing that most people don't do? That makes
I
this
feel like
good.
a lot of the times is we're seeing as he just rotated here. I mean, yes, they did just get scored on, but how he came from what I think he believed he took kickoff. Our guy
Mhm.
went boost. Ball sports him. He's going around as his teammates cutting up to take possession. But if you're
Okay.
watching him rotate when he comes back around here in just a couple seconds, he
Mhm.
goes and takes back post because one, he already got a teammate in neck.
Yeah. Oh
In
yeah,
net.
they're doing a strategy called sitting in net. So.
So
uh,
we're gonna base off that. Like here in a second, this guy cuts across. He comes up the back where I might have gone too far back, but
That's fine.
he'll cry across the net because obviously his teammates covering it here. His other teammates on rotation back to cover anything low as well. As you see, he's coming up here. He's coming to cover backboard. Pretty much in like playing the game at any point. Most of the time, the best way to do it is what's most higher ranks do is whoever's in net challenges high ball first, then guy on backboard challenges second. I know normally it's been played the other way around where backboard goes first and second, like guy in net goes next. But it's just in reality that's what I mean, that is what they're doing. The guy on backboard up top is challenging second to catch any rebounds that go up in the air so he can get to it faster. jumbled there at the start, but do you care if I skip around at all and kind of go through some of it? Because some of it's going to get repetitive. Different angles might help us.
Whatever you think is best for the thing.
I
Replay
mean,
though.
this is really good to see how they're rotating because as you can
Yeah.
see that one man cheats since they're playing a different method where they're sitting in the back. The
Mm-hmm.
rotation's obviously going to be a little wonky, but if you see at all times they're like in a triangle
Yeah.
formation.
I think for educational purposes, it's good if you say it again. Oops, I slanted it. I think I was alt tabbed or something.
It's all good. But like looking at all of it, like you're seeing their second man pushing up here, third man still back towards the right side a little bit more. Obviously, as they're playing, he wouldn't technically be here. He would be over here on this side with how first man's here on this side. He would be probably in this generalized area right here, while second
Mm-hmm.
man's over here somewhere. Obviously, as rotations, he comes back, technically rotating back post. So whether he goes that way or that way, third man push up, second man would rotate over slightly. Or as we go, second man push up, third man would rotate over. Just depending on where ball is placed. But watching all times, that guy just cut across. They're rotating. They're still keeping their triangle pattern. I would say I have all this. A big thing to take from what they do is more the matter of the timing of their cuts when they're rotating around. Just because at some points when one guy goes up or they're both going up, one's getting boost, the other guy cuts back while the second guy goes back up, and they'll either turn because like they are playing this back, so they're playing more of a two man's rotation in this than a full three person's rotations. So, but as he just did here, like he's going up, cutting this guy's up, rotating back around just to be back in second man. Whether he gets possession of this ball or not, he's still there in position. Whether he wants to recover and go back and play the defense, or if he's still going up for the ball. But another thing, like you also see, like whenever they're rotating towards any ball or anything like that, if you watch them, let me get back to it. So you see, they're always rotating in too, which is a lot better, especially if the ball's coming your direction or your teammate's trying to recover, I guess, a ball that the enemy's got. Because you're rotating out is just not going to help you as much. Rotating in is just, it will do you more good. Only time I can ever see you rotating out is if probably on this corner or you're coming from here back to back wall while your teammate's already back here. But other than that, like they're always kind of rotating back towards the center versus rotating outwards and going to the sides. Let me get to a point where we can see a different angle.
Oh, some of it is a whole different view. So yeah,
Yeah,
once
that's
it's
what I'm
there,
at.
that's over. That's a whole different view. So this is the game from this perspective. So you can go back,
Yeah, yeah.
or if you want it from this perspective. Okay, perfect.
It's better to help and show it like in
Mhm.
every perspective because just staying up top is just gonna help us show the rotation.
Yeah.
Now, seeing at this angle, we're gonna help see kind of what they're doing, where they're going to see what angle ball's at, so that you
Okay.
can kind of understand why they did what they did.
Right. Sure. Yeah, I did it this way too because it's like I don't know which way. I do it both to be safe.
Like another thing right here, if you're watching the backboard, because we really couldn't see that earlier. Yes, he's playing ball, but on this rotation, he's going through too. He's kind of going the line aside just to bump this guy. He either got a hit on him or the guy had to jump and avoid him. But playing rotations, especially if you're playing threes, bump like trying to bump on your rotation out as first man. That's kind of a big thing, especially pros do. It's in like pros' minds to do it every time. On your rotation out, they go for a bump or something on their way out.
Yeah, he went. He air charge tried to go for that bump on the way back.
Yeah. But looking at it, like you can see how the rotations, he's flying through back posts.
Mhm.
Like I said and said once already. Like kind of carrying that momentum on the back post allows you to cover this whole net, whether you gotta go ball or not, and you still have your momentum to reach it. Other than where he's like he is sitting in here, he's not gonna have as much momentum.
Yeah.
But it's not entirely wrong. He knows what he's doing. Like he has the mechanics to touch that ball 90% of the time. But ideally, the rotation when it comes, you'd be back posting kind of if you're sitting somewhere, you're sitting here, or if you're the second one to get back, you're probably on backboard.
I'm more trying to figure out how those twos rotate this game.
These two, yeah. with these guys, I mean, you can see how they're playing with no boost. Another thing they're doing, I feel like a lot of people don't do on their rotations. We'll see here when he takes the ball up. But instead of just going straight for like the big boost, he's collecting just small pads to kind of stay in the play, which sometimes that just helps a lot more than just trying to go for big boost and get a whole bunch of boosts to make a play. It's just better to play fast and get your stay in the rotation and keep pressure on.
Mm-hmm. Take small pads and stay around the center. You're saying?
Yeah. Like versus rotation, because big pads are really. I guess I should, as put it, if you're rotating back or something, grabbing the big boost, or you're trying to need to play where you're gonna need a good bit of boost, you grab it. But most of the time, you can kind of just stick to grabbing these small pads. I mean, they're 12 each. You grab 3 of them, you're in 36, 36 boost. That's
Mm-hmm.
enough to get up to almost the ceiling. So, but looking at like it, is they're all rotating back posts. So that's definitely going to help them a lot, especially when they're transitioning from offense to defense.
Oh yeah, that's their perspectives exactly. That's what some of the rest of the video is after.
Which I might look at some of it too, just because
Mhm.
sometimes it helps to look at their perspective too. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's a different angle, different view. You can see other things.
Mhm. That's why I
Like
have
you
you
see,
doing
like
it. You're smarter
yeah,
there.
but he is gonna take back. Whereas the first man challenges, so now he's on that. His teammate can take it out. It's unfortunate that they pinched it, but ideally, this guy would have, if he hit the ball, been cleared. Second guy could have rotated through and gone out. This other guy could have been either third man or second man up here and pushed up for a play. We'll say another thing is with it, just you got thumb is with the hesitation. I know that too with rotation because you never know if you should go or not go
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to be in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
I would say most of the time, as long as you guys aren't like all jumbled up, like,
Mm-hmm.
and you're sticking to your formation where you're not both up front, unless if otherwise like setter is a planned play. That's about the only time I can see both being up there.
Yeah.
But like they're always kind of staying on a staggered formation, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what, because there's one here, one over this direction, one that direction. We'll
Yeah.
probably rotate out here, grab this boost or corner, depending on where the play's going. He's gonna rotate up, be second man. This guy's gonna come back here. He'll be third man and probably sit here in that.
Yep. That's the. It says air charge, but during the actual game, it was sitting in that. So I don't know how replay files work, but that was he changed his name to literally sitting in net for these games.
It depends on where you take it. If you took it from him after he like, if you got that file, once you
Mm-hmm.
change his name, it just says whatever name is connected to his account.
I think that's what it is.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but again, this guy's getting up to speed to try to be up here in this play. Now he's gonna rotate out, probably take mid, or he'll go back corner and rotate out. Yeah, possession. Yeah, but a big thing with this too is like this patience he has here. The jump, because he could have just sat here and dove in this play, or he could have tried to jump in now too, with his teammate being low boost. But he's playing patiently enough to kind of give his teammate time to rotate out, so then he guy's essentially not screwed.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you have too many people up. It's a 3v1 on your team, or even a 2v1 on your teammate. I feel like another thing here too, when you're watching this, as he's coming back to just to jump for this ball that's popped up. I like I wasn't playing the game. I didn't watch a video of him or hear any of the comps. I don't know entirely what he was doing there.
Mm-hmm.
But I know either way, whether he touch or not, in his mind, he's probably thinking either I can touch this or force this for my teammate for a possession. And I feel like a lot of the times people don't think about jumping either on their rotations. Like for balls where they could potentially go for if they're not called off. Just even force it. Whether they get the touch or not. Sometimes it helps more just to force it for your rotations that kind of allow your teammates to be in a good position. Either A, you're gonna force them to do an awkward touch, or you can even bump them off and give your teammate complete possession over that ball. Who watched most of this? I'll probably jump to one of their actual POVs now. Starts.
Yeah, that's the one sitting in net.
Gotcha. I mean, he's still in the play a good bit, but we
Mhm.
can see a couple of his rotations.
Yeah, he's the GC3. The others are low SSL. I shouldn't even say low SSL. I think one is low SSL and one's actual, like, legit good SSL.
Yeah, I feel like this video, just based on like how he is sitting in it, I feel like it would definitely be better to, I guess, easier to explain more of a twos rotations. Because with
Mm-hmm.
me explaining threes on this, I have to imply that this guy's not sitting in net just so it's
Mm-hmm.
understood. Because I want him to misunderstand that sitting in net's like entirely
Yeah.
okay.
And this, I think it helps with the whole staggering thing. Like,
It
they're
does.
definitely, you won't be staggered on the map.
Yeah, no, they're a
You'll
little
be
bit just
staggered.
because they are playing a 2v2, 2v3 more, or say or less, just
Mm-hmm.
because of he's sitting in net more just for this video.
Yeah.
It's you're a little bit more clumped together, I will say as much of it. But when they're all three kind of like involved in the play, you can see as they are like they're playing that form with some form of triangle, whether they be closer together or
Mm-hmm.
farther off, they are playing a form of like I
Yeah.
said, that Dorito chip. It's the
Yeah,
best way to
I'll
explain it.
have
Easiest way for
videos
me to
for it.
remember.
Yeah, I'll have videos for that.
I would definitely recommend. I mean, another guy, you're in old farts. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
in there, Stubby Sensei's a really good guy to also ask. He does free coaching too. You want
Okay.
input from him. He's also a really good guy with that. I learned my threes rotations from him.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he's
I don't know if you could message him. Um, because
he has
or
a
just tell
Discord
me it's
server.
just. Uh-huh.
It's Stubby Sensei. Exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you just look in there. I think just DM him for things or find him in the server,
Yeah.
and he's more than happy to help. He has his own server you can hop into, ask him questions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes they're short, long sessions. I
Mm-hmm.
think he makes you. The only thing with that is I think you got to book like something on like a Google Doc form for him, just so he knows
Mm-hmm.
when he's doing that. But other
Yeah.
than that, he's really calm and he will just straight to the point and explains it super simply. Like
Mm-hmm.
all he'll ask is for a video file
Yeah.
of one of your games so he can kind of watch how you play and he'll draw on it, show you everything, like do a visual
Mm-hmm.
interpretation to make it a lot easier to show.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting to learn like the threes
Mm-hmm.
rotations, he's definitely one of the better people to go to. I know he's really good at it. He taught me what I know.
Yeah.
So, but
Are you still here, JNAB? I can't. I'm not alt tabbing.
I think he might have left. But
Oh yeah, no problem. What about you, Nate? Are you still here?
Yep.
Yeah, I know
Yep.
it's. I know this is kind of boring, but this is like a nice way to learn. At least for me, I could learn from this guy because he's way better. Une.
uh, like ideally in this situation, I know he's playing in them. That's his rotation, like just the way he's playing. But whenever he is playing on almost threes rotation, he probably would have been there in that back corner already on that ball, and allow the first man to go up, and two second man to either a rotate back so he can take second man position, and maybe first man even rotate back to take second man position too,
Don't
and
worry,
second man draft the third man.
I'll find a video where it's regular rotations, and we could talk about that. But for now, I'll just do this one. Some of the
No, it's
maps are that have threes rotations. It's hard to look from a top-down view, like because some of them have like if you go up, they have like stuff on the walls, and it's hard to see through top down.
no, yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. So I have one like that, but
I mean, another one is good if you also can do like the free cam. You can just sit yourself in the corner. Also a
oh
good view to
really?
do is high. Yeah, just sit yourself in the high corner, and you can kind of see most of the map.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you get majority of the map, like you can miss a corner or two. And I
Okay.
guess every once in a while, just sit there and turn, rotate, just so you can kind of look at the rest of it.
Yeah.
You definitely think in that position there, just watching. I get he's there already, but I think I feel better if he would have went.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like their rotation staying in that formation where there's always a triangle of some way. Like whether they both be on this side, it'd be a very slender triangle, but he's still still are keeping that triangle formation at some point, and they are never jumbled up. The big thing with especially threes on the rotations, because it's one of those game modes where it's harder to get punished in this because you have an extra guy, and most of the time it's just two people in the play. But sitting here watching them, like they have the patience to let their teammate get out, so they never kind of get into a, I guess you can say, scuffed situation. And
And
not
the reason
entirely
they
screwed
create the
over.
patience is because the first man that's at the ball drives a little slower around that situation. He doesn't rush in, right? So that's what creates
Uh,
the patience, or
I
like,
would say more the patience more for second man than first man. Yes, first man's just doing what he needs to do to either A, try to get that ball or a good 50. If
uh-huh.
he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. It's not the end of the world. You just go back, rotate, reset. It's more on second man to know when to jump in. Because if you jump in too early, you leave your teammates in either a
Oh.
2v1 or a 3v1.
So he doesn't jump in too early.
Yes.
I gotcha.
Because all that happens is like it's now not always like sometimes it does play in your favor. And I know that's what happens because people have it happen and it works when it shouldn't work, or in reality it's not the right play to do. So people think it's okay to do so.
Yeah.
But once you start climbing a little bit higher and higher, you will get punished for it just because they're gonna know how to control the ball a lot better. It's harder for them to make mistakes just because they've played for so long or they've practiced and practiced. But when like just when second man allows first man to do what they need to do
Yeah.
and not overcommit, it kind of gives everyone else just a little bit more time. Whether you guys are playing fast or not, it just allows you
That's
to
what we
have more
do.
time.
That's the whole one of the whole points of the system and playing together is whoever's on the ball, we give him space. Let him do his whatever, let him do his thing, and then follow up as needed.
I guess you gotta more think of it like whenever you're playing, especially on rotation side. For more second man, it's be more as a second option than the only choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And another way, like to think about it too, is for rotations. Like this is how I think of it. This is how I play. This is what helps me play better, especially with threes rotations or even twos. Is I think of it as what's gonna affect my teammates. Like if I do this, how's my teammates gonna be able to handle this? What's gonna happen? Because sometimes people think about, okay, can I get this ball or not? It's not, is this gonna screw my team over or is this gonna help us? I feel like it's a big flaw we have too sometimes because it's when you're unless you're playing ones, twos, and threes, you're kind of it's not just you. You got to think what's gonna happen to your teammate too. Like, is that ball like pinching it there? Is that ball gonna go corner for them or is it gonna go towards their net? Is
Yeah.
my teammate in position to deal with that going towards our net? Like, it's small things like that, and in a low rank, it's not too much to think of. You just got to more think, I guess, if it's gonna bite you in the rear or if it's gonna benefit you. It's more the way to think about it until you can I guess, more understand the game and not
Yeah, I
have
think
to
Flakes talks
play
about that
these.
too. Like, do you really need to touch that ball, or or is it better to not touch it?
Yeah,
Are you going to be in a
it's
worse
one of those things.
situation after
Or
touching
even
it?
with rotations too. Like if you push up for a rotation, like I know sometimes we all do it. I'm at fault for doing it too. Like sometimes we just cheat up. Like we're like, "All right, I'm gonna push up a little high, and it's risky.
Yeah.
Like, is it worth the risk, or like do you trust your team enough to be able to
Yeah.
do that for you? It's
I'm
one of
always
those
on the
things. Like
error of caution. Like, I'd rather push back a little bit than push up. Like, because to me, it's like, I don't know. Like, eventually
I
we'll,
don't.
you know,
Yeah, I don't want to say that's wrong nor right because in reality
mhm.
it is right. But at the same time, I don't want people to like. I guess because this
Tilt.
game's not
Yeah.
tilt. I guess it's more the game is like just what it is it's all kind of about risk. Like you're going for air dribble, you're risking losing your control and doing stuff like, but it's like everything's a risk.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like the more what you taking a 50 when you have to, it's still a
Mhm.
risk. Like that could go poorly for you if you do it wrong.
Yeah, and if we do this strategy as second man, I would take that risk because I know third man's sitting in net. So there's someone
Yeah, like
guarding.
it's the matter of just weighing your decisions because if otherwise if you play to that extreme cautious like state,
Yeah.
I'm afraid that people might just get stuck with that mentality of you can only
Hmm.
play cautious and you won't ever go up for a ball. Like that ball is high and free, but you're worried you might mess up. Is my key thing is especially when you're in the lower ranks and you're learning. One thing I will say is if you think you can do it, just do it. Like don't hesitate, just try and do it. That's one thing I used to do, and it sometimes it might bite you, like I said, bite you in the rear, but other times it benefits you. because you're at the same, you're gaining that experience and like, okay, well now I know if I do it this way, I do it this way. If I do this when my teammate's doing this, it benefits me. Like it's kind of sometimes you just gotta experiment. I can only do so much by telling you
Mm.
what you should do, and it's more the matter of if you're willing to take that risk than try to
Yeah.
do it. So it's one of those things like I try not to tell people don't play extremely cautious. Like do what feels comfortable to you. Like if you're comfortable trying to take something and it doesn't work out, oh well, it's not the end of the game. I feel like that's where kind of like you said tilt plays into
Mm.
factor because it's a mental state. But I believe just from what we looked at, I mean, I covered a good bit of the rotations and like
Yeah.
explaining like what the third man should have done
Mm-hmm.
with it. I don't think we need to go much farther onto this. We
Alright.
went through it, we looked at it. I think we
Alright.
should be good from this point. I think we can expand off it from another video or maybe even ones. Ones would be a very good one to also watch just because that is the base factor of every game mode.